Hey guys, in this video I'm going to tackle a viewer question, which is basically this particular woman had very painful periods. And she was using a ton of ibuprofen, and she asked about Chasteberry. She had heard it might help and she wanted to get my take on that. And that's what I'll do in this video. We'll talk about what the studies show, what historical use shows. We'll talk about dosing, side effects, kind of cover the whole gambit with it. And then at the end, I'll just give you my general overview. Before we do that, make sure to go to curtis-alexander.com. I have a free report there of other natural therapies that I know to work, that I use personally. It's yours free when you go there. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So chasteberry is actually a fruit. It comes from the chaste tree. It does have a long historical use for gynecological conditions, PMS, those sorts of things. So it does have that going for it. A good question, what does it actually do in the body? We don't really know for sure, but we do see that at lower doses, you can see hormones like prolactin and estrogen increase, and then progesterone go down. However, at higher doses, the opposite occurs. We see prolactin go down. So it is important to keep that part in mind, and I'll talk about more of my thoughts on that at the end of the video. But we don't really know for sure what it's doing, but we do see those sort of hormone activities when you take chasteberry. Bottom line is, does it help? What do the studies show? And there are quite a few studies that show, yes, women report feeling better. They report improved physical symptoms. They report an improved mood. The biggest question is, will it work for you? Okay. Now, as far as dosing, it's all over the lot in the studies. Most of the time, women were taking 20 to 80 milligrams a day, and they were doing it for 2 to 6 cycles. In one of the studies, they went up to 1,800 milligrams a day, which I would never recommend. I think it's way too high. But generally speaking, you're going to be in this 20 to 80 milligrams a day. Again, 2 to 6 cycles. As far as side effects, nothing major was reported. They did have some minor side effects, so be aware that in the studies there were some stomach side effects. Rash was reported, but the bigger ones were fatigue, acne, and even menstrual disturbances. So your mileage is going to vary a little bit when you take chasteberry. And one thing I wanted to point out, the chaste tree, this is not proven for sure, but they believe it's a dopamine agonist, or it has the properties of being a dopamine agonist. And this is important if you're taking other medications that may increase dopamine, which in women with PMS at that age group is unlikely, but you never know. So I wanted to bring it up. A couple of those would be bromocriptine and levodopa. So what do I think? I definitely think chasteberry has potential. My biggest concern is that we see some of these hormone fluctuations. So it's definitely something you want to talk to your doctor about before you just willy-nilly go on it, because we're talking hormones here, and that can be very serious for certain women. So let me know in the comments, have you taken it? Have you tried it? What was your experience, side effects, those sorts of things? It's helpful for me. It's really helpful for other people that watch the video to learn from your experience. Speaking of helpful, I hope the video was, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.